What did you want to see? I thought we fought well. I thought we still had the same fight, same spirit. Utah State. It just comes down to like I said, winning without with the things that can be controlled, taking care of the ball, and it was different. That was different tonight than versus Utah State, and it showed.
Yeah, we have to control our controllables and just execute on the plays. They're playing good defense, so it's kind of hard to get the ball going. So if we just tighten up those things, we'll be golden. I noticed that like the team we're doing good, and then there was some downfalls. So I'm just trying to bring the great energy that I can.
We was low on energy. He's not gonna say it, but we was all low on energy. Me included. He brought it.
Yeah, and I was trying to do what I could do on defense to get my offense going, and then there was a little stretch in the second half where I was getting some good steals and some good dunks, and I think that really helped bring our team up. But we just got to execute at the end of the day.
You missed your first three shots of the night, all from deep, and then you started getting down to the rim. What did you learn this season about kind of overreacting early in games?
It's a great question actually. Like I'm trying not to think about scoring as much. Like I miss a shot, I miss a shot. Let's get it back to me. Like I want to do whatever I can to help my team. If I'm sitting here crying, got my head down, throwing a fit after a missed shot, I'm not doing that.
Byron, I'm sure we know what you're doing defense in the end, but I think two of the last three games it took you a little longer to find the score sheet. How active are you with this coaching staff in terms of trying to figure out spots? Yeah, I know you're freshman, but how comfortable are you with this coaching staff working with it? Being proactive, trying to figure out, I think my best spot is here, or maybe being in the corner in this particular play doesn't work for me. How works for you?
I'm very comfortable. With every if they put me in the corner, I'm happy in the corner. If they put me at the five, I'm happy at the five. So I'm just wherever puts me on the court, I'm just excited to be there.
They missed the first six shots at 58%, almost 6 3. The more what they were doing, like half.
They had a couple open shots defensively that we got to take away, but they had some tough shots tonight. Got fouled late in the shot clock. Probably wasn't the smartest fouls on our end, and yeah, and we just gotta give a props to hit their shots. They hit a lot of tough shots.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah. Oh, this one?
Yes.
It's this.
Okay. Okay, first of all, credit to San Diego State. It's a good basketball team. A couple things that stick out to me. Really three things. Number one, they hit big, late clock shots, just in key times, just in real key times. And, a couple that stick out to me is the one in the end of the first half. Reese Waters-Dixon hits about 3 seconds on the out of bounds in front of our bench. It's a really tough two. Reese Waters-Dixon's again, number 39, or got fouled with no time on the clock in a deep corner three, and he makes 2 free throws. And then Bird hit a big three with, again, no time on the clock, a rainbow three. And Bird, to his credit, was outstanding. I mean, they haven't, San Diego State hasn't shot from the 3-point range like that this year. And, Bird's 5 for 5 from 3. They're 8 for 13 from 3. So just when they're shooting like that, it's a different deal. That's not who they've been, but credit to them. I think Bird was a stud today. Was an absolute stud. Bird was outstanding. And that's just the reality of it. Secondly, I would tell you that we left when you're for this game, even though it's still early in the season in a sense, this game was for first place. And when you're trying to play for first place, you can't leave points on the board that we left. How many and one opportunities did we have? We get fouled and we miss the layup, and then end up missing the free throw. So we go empty possessions, and you can't do that. You have to we got to start getting and ones. We have not been good enough on that this year. On getting and ones, we've left so many points on the board. Same thing in Utah State. We didn't get and ones, and now we made our free throws. And so what happens is if you're not getting those and ones, and then you go up the line and you don't make your free throws, and that happened to us obviously quite a bit today. Those are just big time empty possessions. It's a lot of points you left on the board. And then thirdly, we had a couple execution on the pick and roll where you got to be able to block the shot, or bigs need to be able to go pin that on the backboard. But even then, there were some times they hit some tough twos. There was that stretch where we were just going back and forth. They just hit some tough twos, and there was times in the paint there where I'd like to see us get a shot block opportunity. But in the end, I had no issue with our effort based on coaching in the game. Again, I got to watch the film. Maybe I'll feel differently, but coaching it live, I thought our guys competed, battled. There was no issues with that. We had 7 offensive rebounds, held them to 3 offensive rebounds. We got to do a better job, obviously, of taking care of the ball. We've got to be better at taking care of the ball. I thought the first half we were 6 for 16 from 3-point range. That's, we're not a team that takes a lot of threes. And we shot a lot because of the way they play defense, but we shot 38%, 37.5 to be exact in that first half. Second half, we had some more cutting opportunities, but again, like I said, we just left a lot of points on the board. We were getting some stops and going back and forth, and then they hit some tough shots, and we left points on the board, as I mentioned. We got, at times, our offense wasn't as effective, but we weren't cutting to loosen some gaps up. When we were cutting, we got good things downhill. And in the end, we had a second half. Again, in a game like this for first place, you had a couple of great looks from 3 in the second half. You got to stick them. And we just, unfortunately, those didn't go in today. So that's the game. We got a quick turnaround. We played New Mexico, a really good New Mexico team on Tuesday at 8 o'clock. So as I told our guys, even that last time out, I told them with about 1:30 to go, hey, man, we're still trying to win this game. But no matter what happens, we got to stay connected. We've got to be really connected. We got a quick turnaround. We got to keep fighting to the end here. And I said the same thing in the locker room. We got to stay really connected. Got to be, I had no issues with your toughness and grit. But just, we got to make sure that we get better. Tomorrow we'll watch film, lift, flush it, and then turn around and get ready for New Mexico on Tuesday night.
Keep your guys' energy up and not just that tough number to Swansea.
Yeah, Paloma, I mean, part of it is, there's some stretches there where he was going back and forth, and maybe I should have subbed a little more. I don't know, but we had a group, we were scoring, and we were just, I thought, we needed to get the lead and get over the hump in the second half, and we had chances. We just missed ones in free throws. And we just couldn't get over them. So we had just about a stretch of so many empty possessions, or we were right there tied, and they would come down and hit a really tough two. And in a game like this, again, when you're trying to play for first place, you can't have that many empty possessions for them.
Coach, some of the things that you're talking about tonight, mislead, things like that, you mentioned during a game like Tennessee State, right? And you also have moments like Utah State and Stanford where the team stays with throughout the entire game. As much basketball as we've been around, is that still kind of
You know, it's a good question. I mean, look, I would just tell you that it's kind of who we are. We're probably not the most prettiest of teams. I mean, we're going to have to survive on toughness and flying around and grit, and it's what we've got to be. But you've also got to, you can't have as many empty possessions. In some of our losses, you know, the amount of free throws that we missed. Now, Tuesday night, we won the game because of free throw shooting. But tonight, or this afternoon, or some other of our losses, we left a lot of points on the board for two main reasons. A lot of missed free throws, but a lot of short shot, missed layups, and or missed one opportunities. And when you're trying to get over that hump, it's constantly that you've got to, you know, you can't have that many empty possessions. Look, there's going to be a game or two where just things aren't falling for you. I get that. But we've had more than a game or two than that. And, yeah, we've been better at, like, since conference, we're one of the better three-point shooting teams in conference. So that's been better. And there's been a game or two we've been much better free throw shooting. But the thing that we haven't been gotten better at is the and one opportunities. And that is, we've left a lot of points on the board this season by doing that. So we just got to keep working at it. We do a lot of sureness drills and finishing school, and you know, guys just got to keep getting better. And it's my job to make sure that we stay connected, ready to go. We got to watch the film, air it out, flush it out, and then be ready to go on Tuesday night against a good New Mexico team.
And great, but I believe this is the first time that you coached against Coach Lester.
Yep.
Just for being a basketball nerd, just what did you make of just matching defensive ways with somebody else?
Yeah, I mean, look, Coach Dutcher's awesome. He's a great coach. His record speaks for himself. They've been the gold standard in this conference for, you know, whatever, a decade or more, maybe, you know, whatever, you know, 15 years. I don't know how long it is, but it's been a long time. They've been the gold standard. Both, you know, obviously him and Coach Fisher. But you know, part of it, you know, the bottom line is in a game like this, we left some possessions on the board, and they hit tough shots. I thought played like a pro today. He put his name in the draft, and there were some games this year he didn't know he hasn't played like that. I thought he looked like a pro today, the way he made shots, and he hasn't played like that all year. And they hit some tough shots. They hit really tough late shot clock shots, and credit to them. And you know, Bird was a high level dude today.
You said yesterday that you could goes up to finish your contact. Can that change in year one?
Well, part of it is, you know, look, Tyron does a lot of good things for us, and he also made early start the game out. You probably recognized we should have been up 4-0. Both baskets by San Diego State was because Tyron didn't follow the game plan, didn't switch, didn't do what he needed to do, and they scored 4 points. And I'm yelling at him like, "What are you?" I brought him over right away, but that's just part of the deal as a young guy. I mean, there was times in AAU basketball this summer before he got here, as you know, he didn't play. Like, he wasn't good enough to get on the court. So this is all new for him. I mean, every time he steps on the floor, he's just going to get better. So he's got to take the next step. He's got to continue to get stronger. That's a big thing, and that's probably not going to happen until we get to the off season, because, you know, you got to remember he missed almost the entire summer, and he missed the entire fall because of his separated shoulder. So when I talk about injuries, like how it affects us, yes, he's playing, but he literally missed 3.5 to 4 months, and you miss all that of weight. He couldn't lift weights because of his shoulder, and he couldn't practice. He just had to do things on the bike. That was a big time for him to miss. And then it's just like Isaac Williamson. He has some turnovers today, you know, in some key times, freshman things. Those two guys will get better as time goes. And the biggest jump you usually see from guys in college is from freshman to sophomore year. So we just got to keep working with them on it. It's a constant teaching, emphasis, reinforcement about him being able to finish around the rim. He does a lot of good, obviously, but that's an area that he's got to get better at. Okay, thanks, everybody. Oh, thanks.